Welcome to the Auer Team Podcast, powered by eXp Realty. Are you an agent looking to level up? Are you someone looking to buy or sell real estate? Fantastic. This is the show for you. Welcome back to the Auer Team Podcast. Today's show is a follow-up of Thursday. It's actually the second half of the live recording that we did. Eric Tackett and Stephanie Winter are talking about the listing side of the house with the Auer Team, and they're going to dive deep into it. Now, on to the show with Steph Winter and Eric Tackett.
Prior to even the first showing, what are three major things that you would say the Auer Team does differently than other brokerages or teams that you've seen in the area to get our listings more exposure, get our listings sold faster, and get our listings sold for the highest price possible?
Well, I think it's our circle prospecting for sure.
Circle prospecting?
Yeah, I think it's just the outreach that we have.
Right.
With all this it's like a magic machine in here in our marketing room.
What does the circle prospecting do?
Well, the circle prospecting reaches out to all those that we know are looking for houses in that area that meet that criteria.
Oh, so you're talking about our target marketing.
Yeah,
target marketing. Online target marketing.
Okay, yeah, target marketing and circle prospecting, meaning the community, the town.
So circle prospecting is when we go into title records at the county and we're able to kind of draw a radius around this property specifically, get a list of the neighbors that live in the neighborhood, and market your property to neighbors in your neighborhood so that they know they love their neighborhood. They already live there. They might know somebody who wants to live in your neighborhood, and just letting them know that a home is for sale in their neighborhood gives it more exposure.
Most neighbors want their friends to be neighbors.
Yeah.
And so that's some of our best sales have come from neighbors.
And your neighbors
and
want
word of mouth.
Your house to sell for the highest price possible.
Right.
So your neighbors are going to help promote your home.
Right.
Yeah.
And then outreaching from that.
Yeah.
So we do that. When we get the listing, we'll circle prospect.
Yes.
We'll do the door knock. We'll send out. We will get in contact with all of those neighbors, and then that circle keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we go to more target marketing, and regional marketing,
But what you wanted to talk about was the target marketing on the digital target marketing, which you're not. That is so cool. It is so cool.
I like how you transition
that we have
to
that.
Knowing exactly where I wanted to go.
Yeah. I got you like that. I'm surprised we didn't wear the same color today. But no, I mean, the digital target marketing is definitely where it's at. I mean, and you probably experienced it yourself when you go online. I know I did this. I went to Amazon and I bought a $40 pair of shoes, and they were absolutely awful in person. They were just so awful. I could not wait to get them back in the package and send them back. Moments later, I log on to Facebook, and there's a perfect pair of the same type of shoes for $100, but from Tom's, exactly what I wanted. The internet knew. The algorithm knew. It knew. I was so mad at those $40 shoes that I was just disgusted. And they knew that I would pay $100 to get what I really wanted, right? From a brand that I've purchased from before, because the algorithm knows. And so instantly I bought it, right? And those are like my favorite shoes. I call them my utility shoes. They're awesome for showing homes. Yeah. They're like wedges, but I could off-road in them. So we do the same thing when we list a property. Is we basically, we drop our data of our property into the internet, and we're able to kind of back research the type of people that are looking for that kind of home specifically in that neighborhood, in that price point, and we start target marketing to them so that they see our listings.
Some of the things that we can do almost scare me.
I mean, I've been saying for a few years, if you're not stalking, you're not trying.
Right.
In the age of 2020.
It's kind of wild what we can do. I can tell you, like, you can probably agree. If I have a 3-bedroom, two bath house in such and such, there's ways for me to backdoor that and figure out what agents are sending out information for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house of all the agents around here without that agent even knowing it.
Yes, our reverse prospecting through the MLS, which is I love that feature. That is one of my favorites, is that when we get a listing, we can actually see who all of the agents, so all of the agents in the Valley, we're all on this multiple listing service. And if you're working with an agent and you're getting your listings directly from the MLS, right, the same database that real estate agents are using, that lets us know on the back end who is getting our listing. So we can see which, if I have a new listing and I upload it, then I can see that there's 97 agents in the Valley who are going to be sending this listing to a buyer. Meaning they have a buyer who's already raised their hand and said, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Keep me on a drip. Keep me on an email. I want to be notified as soon as something like this hits the market.
Right.
And so that tells us, hey, there's 97 people who are looking for this home, and I want to make sure they see them. So I will call all 97 of those agents and send them an email to make sure, hey, I want to make you look like the rock star for your client. Right. I've got this new listing coming. It seems like you have a buyer who might be interested. Let's work together and let's make you look like a rock star for your client so that you can tell them about it before it hits their inbox. And that's how we work together to sell more homes.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that no other agents in our community do.
It's that personal touch. And, you're a little bit more mature than I, but I'm of one of the last generations to still enjoy being on the phone.
Okay, Gabe.
I know, I was tongue-in-cheeking that. I mean, that's one of my sales things, is I always say I'm one of the last generations who still like talking on the phone,
Okay.
So that's how I go up against the younger kids. But no, I love making the phone calls.
Well, because that...
And you've got a voice for radio.
I got a face for radio, too.
If you're listening to this podcast, Eric is very handsome.
I think that's what the seller expects us to do. I think that is what I want to do for my client.
Or the seller
I want to do everything and anything that I can to get your house sold. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we can get it sold in the best price that we can get and the best terms that we can get. And if I just sit there and sit back and maybe send out a few text drops or a couple emails here and there and just rely on one open house, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to be next conversation with your client is going to be, we're going to have to reduce the price because I'm not working.
Right. But what
and that's reality. That's the reality. Not every time you do a price reduction, it's not that it's sometimes the market is against you, but
yes,
if you're not working that,
well, and that's
listing,
where,
right?
If in the event that we did have to come to a seller in a price correction,
right,
we have
improvement.
We have the numbers, we have the impressions
right,
and the analytics showing like, hey, this is how your property is performing online. This is how the website is performing. This is how many views, shares, clicks. I mean, you can see on Zillow also. And that's another amazing, incredible feature of listing with the Auer team is that we are a Zillow preferred team, Zillow
Premier.
Flex preferred. Yeah. And therefore, our listings do get premium exposure on Zillow, which where do 98% of buyers start their home search? People aren't even searching for a home. They're just searching homes in general on Zillow for funsies.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed to say that majority of my clients that have been buyers have sent me the home.
Yeah.
Well,
the market has shifted that way,
right,
to be fair. Our skill set really comes in when it comes to knowing the behind the scenes. We're kind of like the Oz behind the curtain.
Right.
Zillow has really shifted the market in a lot of ways where it's brought a lot of the information to the consumer, and the consumers are able to realistically see the inventory before we do.
Yeah.
Because the inventory
and it's okay.
and also in the last few years, the inventory has moved so quickly that there's so much going on behind the scenes that we as agents have to pay attention to, as well as updates in terms of, contracts and stuff. But I could be in a meeting and my buyer gets the listing in an email and they're going to see it first, and that's okay.
That's
okay with that.
No, I think that's quite okay.
Yeah.
I think it's just when times change, we all have to change with it and evolve, and that's just part of it. I always tell my clients that my most important job is not getting into escrow, it's getting you into your home.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that we are very important in a lot of different different aspects of it. Majority of it comes into that escrow and getting that thing closed and getting them moved in.
Yeah.
I think it's not necessarily the Google in the house and finding, because a lot of times I know a lot of people that love sitting down at night and going through Zillow or similar sites and just looking at homes, whether they need a home or not.
Yeah. And buyers' needs change. And with inventory, being more challenging and more low, like, your needs can change very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's based on what's available.
All right.
Very good. Okay. So if you were going to leave this with a final thought, where do you see the market going in the next 90 days?
I think interest rates are going to drop.
You think they're going to keep going? You think they're going to drop?
I think that we're going to see in the next 3 to 4 months, we're going to see lower interest rates.
Wow. So higher home prices.
And I believe that there's going to be a sweet spot. I think we're kind of in that sweet spot right now of where the homes are balanced. And I think homes in 90 days will start to crawl back up.
Do you think we'll be doing above appraised values? I don't think buyers are going to pay above appraised value again. Do you?
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get that crazy in the next 90 days. But I do see the interest rates coming back a little bit.
That's kind of interesting.
You don't think that?
I don't know. I got an intuition that they're going to go up to before the SVB thing happened, I thought they would go up to 9 or 10% just to really throw the market into a tizzy. How far are we from an election year?
Yeah. But I think we'll see. I think we might see 5.99.
What do we think about new construction?
That's a whole new podcast.
Gosh. Yeah. Right? Where are we on permits and buildings and
behind?
What's the numbers on that? I mean,
we're behind.
We're still way low for inventory.
25% a year. We're falling short. We got about 3 million buyers on the sidelines waiting to buy.
I think last year was the first year that they exceeded new builds since 2007.
Yeah.
But I mean, gosh, even as an agent, I'm kind of hard pressed to tell someone to buy a new construction home from 2020 to 2022. I feel like wine, it wasn't good years.
Not good grapes.
Yeah. The seasoning was bad. The weather was bad that year for that vintage. I mean,
where do you see it in the next 90 days? Opposite of me?
Gosh, I think my stomach is still turned from April of 2021. It was such a frenzy. It was so insane. I mean, it's really challenging when you've got very well qualified buyers who can't get an offer accepted.
Yeah.
Right? It's very disheartening on both sides of it. I'm hoping to see a more balanced market.
Yeah.
But the supply and demand is just, it's so there. It's so, the swinging factor is the affordability. The affordability is constantly swinging, but I think I just saw interest rates have dropped for the 4th week in a row.
Right.
Tom Ferry was saying.
So I really do think that we're going to.
I mean, they have to keep the housing prices affordable, right? I mean, how else is there? The thing is, homeowners have equity. So we're not going to see a foreclosure boom. We're not going to, if anything, we'll see a short sale market. But I think we're going to have to see a lot of layoffs and unemployment and people who can't make their payments. And then we'll start seeing short sales.
Well, what's going to happen? I mean, if prices go up and keep sustaining that, people are going to have to make more money in order to live in those areas.
Yeah.
So that trickle down comes to employers either have to pay more or they have to, what do businesses do to maximize profit? They
hire felons and get government subsidies.
They cut jobs.
Yeah.
And, cut pay or early retirement. There are different ways that they do things. But, it'd be interesting to see. We're in that we used to be one of the more affordable areas in between LA and San Diego, and we're not.
We got discovered.
So much anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas you were saying that $1 million house is a luxury house in our area, and it's really not that much anymore. It's not the luxury market. It's almost the standard market when we're at 800,
I mean, the median home price for Temecula Valley for a single family home is over 900.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's just an average house for us.
Yeah.
Not average, I don't know, but
median.
Average price, yeah, median price.
The median
house.
home. So, well, Eric, thank you so much for
Thank you, Steph.
talking with us. I think we kind of covered a lot of different
Yeah, we
aspects
did.
of
We
like
jumped around.
the buyer's experience,
But
the
that's you and
seller's
I.
experience.
We were all over the place.
Yeah, like so what? How to navigate the market? how to navigate the real estate market in April? How to navigate the Temecula real estate market in April of 2023?
That's right.
With Eric Tackett and Steph.
Yeah.
Wynn.
Hey, wait, before you go, would you do us a favor? If you found any value in this content, would you please like and subscribe to it? Maybe even leave a comment. It really helps us out.